Hey, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, your roadway to English proficiency. Hey, glad to have you with me again today. Got a kind of a special video for you. I went over to the photography contest where I had entered some photos. And next to the building, there's a place called the Sam Houston Memorial Museum grounds where they have a lot of we say old houses or old-fashioned houses dating back from the 1800s. And I walked over there to see what was going on, and they had a lot of activity there. There were some, school field trips with kids that were going to the museum grounds, and they had some demonstrations, blacksmith demonstrations, and certain other things. So I just happened to get there at the right time. I was at the right time and the right place, and I took some video of that, and I'm going to show you. And on my way walking over there, I saw a kind of a prayer garden across the street, so I walked over there first, and I took some video. I want to share it with you. But before I get into that, there's 3 things you can do for me. Hey, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and 3, tell your friends about it so that they can benefit from these videos too. Hey, just like you. And also remember my ebook, How to Talk Texan, is out on Amazon. You can find it at the links below in the description. And also, if you want to buy me a cup of coffee to help support the channel, I really would appreciate that. Help me to keep bringing you these videos that you really like so much. And I'll leave it at that. So without further ado, let's get into the video for today. Hey, well, after checking out the photo exhibit, I thought I'd take advantage and grab some other video of what's around here. This is part of the Sam Houston Memorial Museum grounds, and I'm going to walk over there. But I've noticed across the street here there's a prayer garden or sign that says prayer garden, and I wanted to show you that. So let me do that. So here's a sign that caught my eye. It says prayer garden, open 24/7/365. That means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for prayer and meditation. The Universal Ethicician Church, I've never heard of that. And there's a website, www.salvationnetwork.org. Perhaps I'll go home and check that out to see what kind of group that is. But let's walk over here and see what this looks like. Apparently somebody just has this vacant land or lot. It's like they've built a fountain here. Fountain is not working. We could say this area is not kept up. It's not kept up. Nobody is really maintaining it. It's kind of overgrown. It doesn't really look good. There's water here inside, but we say the water is stagnant. It's stagnant. It's all green and filled with plants. So not really a place you want to be sitting and meditating, I don't think, but somebody needs to come around here and clean it up. So that's what this prayer garden looks like. So Sam Houston is a important figure here in Texas, and especially here in Huntsville. I'm going to have to do a little research and give you the history of him. There's a huge statue of Sam Houston located here in Huntsville, very famous along the Interstate 45. There's a visitor center. A lot of people go there and check that statue out. Perhaps I'll go over there and show you that and make it part of this whole video. And but he's very instrumental and important in the history of Huntsville, Texas here. But I'm walking over to the actual Sam Houston Memorial Museum grounds, we call it, or area. They have a lot of like old fashioned, we call it old fashioned houses that they have moved and put on the property. So as exhibits where people can go in, enter and walk around and check the houses out. So I'm actually walking over there now. Thought I'd just do that and get a little exercise and have some time to kill. And after this, before I head over to the store to run some errands. So once we get over to the museum grounds, I'll show you some of these old buildings and what they have over here. Well, here I'm coming up to the Sam Houston Memorial Museum grounds, and they have this old two-story structure. It's pretty big, but see, it's old. And in front of it is this very nice old tree. I'm not sure what type of tree this is, but very impressive, we could say. Very majestic tree. They have bird life, roosters and chickens walking around. But I'm going to walk over here, and they also have a lot of school field trips, we call them. Schools come here, they bring the kids for the day, and they have field trips and exhibits and stuff like that. So let's see what's going on here. So here's another better view of this old structure, and they have a lady out front. I guess that's going to be leading a field trip, or a group of students, as you can see, coming by to take a look at this house. I was going to go up here, but not with all these kids here. But let me see if we can take a video of what this lady's going to be talking about.
Y'all, we're going to listen. Come on, my girl.
All right, come on up, y'all have a seat. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me introduce myself again, because we did have to move kind of quickly when we were inside. So, I am Miss Brianna, and I am your docent for the Steamboat House. So, why do you think it's called the Steamboat House? Why do you think it's called the Steamboat House?
Because it's really big.
Well, it's not quite as big as a steamboat, but it is kind of big.
Because this is where
So as the lady was explaining, this is called the Steamboat House, the Steamboat House. Let me walk, because it kind of looks like a steamboat, which is the old type of boat. But here they have, I guess, rooms in the Steamboat House, and inside each room, which I should have gone around the other side, maybe. But they have, you know, the old style furniture, what it looks like in this era. And you can walk up here. So it's just like historical homes. You can see how people live back in the day or back in time. Kind of difficult to see into these rooms here. So let's see what else. I'm leaving the Steamboat House. As you can see, it's behind me. Got a little crowded with all those kids, so I didn't want to hang around there. Over here, let's see what we got. There's a museum store here, but I think they're having an exhibit called a blacksmith exhibit or demonstration, blacksmith demonstration. Let me go over there and see what's happening.
We're going to wait a little bit because I know there's another class over there, but we can go ahead and walk that way.
steamboat.
This gentleman is doing a blacksmith demonstration. I'm not sure what he's making. So what are you making?
So right now I'm gonna make that piece of metal that I just grabbed into a point. But eventually that piece of metal will be turned into a hook.
Or hook? Okay. This is pretty traditional, how they made metal objects back in the day, as we say, or. And how long have you been doing this?
Since January.
Does it take a lot of practice?
Yes, it does, and a lot of upper body strength.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm sure the hammer's not light and builds up your forearms, I'm sure. Huh?
Yep.
So you a student at SAM, or you're?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good for you. And how long did it take you to learn it so you can just do it, I don't say fairly naturally, or?
I mean, it took a very, very long time. I mean, I was in I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of put in here around May to do some blacksmithing. And kind of every day I started working on stuff.
Okay.
And there I developed the skills. It does take a very long time.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
This metal is very hard, and when it gets soft, it's easy to work with, but you have to be very careful.
Yeah, or you could break it, or
You can easily burn yourself.
burn. Yeah, okay.
The smaller the metal, the easier it is to work with. The bigger the metal, the harder it is to work with. The forge used to be way hotter for bigger pieces of metal.
Yeah.
With smaller pieces, it's usually easier to work with.
That's red hot, as they say, huh?
Yes. So this is a yellow heat, which means it's nice and smooth, nice and squishy. I'm able to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe right there, I guess. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate the info. Here, there's the museum store. Let's go inside here and see what they have. Like it's store hours. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. They got some books over here, and historical books about Sam Houston, about the museum. A video you can watch. Some more kind of exhibit material. There's some, says rocks and arrowheads, rocks and arrowheads. All right, I'm going to walk over to this other building here and see what they have going on here. Looks like this is kind of a special day. They got exhibits going on, so I've kind of lucked. I lucked out. I didn't know they were having this today. So I got lucky and able to experience this and show you what's going on here. So let me show you this next house when we get over there. So here's another old house that they have here on the property, on the location. And I think there's a guy here standing on the porch. Not sure what he's exhibiting, but how you doing?
Hello.
All right. You doing an exhibit or something, or?
Yeah, we have a field trip going around. You can
Okay.
leave the cabin if you'd like.
All right.
I'm just in between field trip groups. If you
Okay.
hear a loud bang, it's because we're shooting a gun out here. Not with bullets, obviously, but
Oh, real type of gun, or?
yeah, it's like a musket. You can see it in there if you want.
Oh, really?
We're
Okay.
just blowing up gunpowder, basically, so it just makes a noise.
Oh, okay. No projectiles or
No,
anything.
would not be safe.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see.
Yeah, we're using this as a flintlock musket.
Oh, flintlock musket. Oh, is that original? I mean, real?
No, it's a replica. All the original stuff is in the museum collection.
Okay.
They wouldn't
all
let me
right.
shoot one.
Okay. Do you guys have a cannon here too that you shoot sometimes, or no?
They have one in the main museum. If you go to that building up there,
Yeah.
and they have shot it in the past, but that's a really not typical thing. They'll do it on like General Sam Houston
Right,
days
on the
once
certain
a year.
days. Okay.
Yeah, certain events.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yep.
I think I saw you two. You were at the blacksmith exhibit one.
Probably.
You do
I've done that
blacksmithing
before.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. Looks like this is the Bear Bend Hunting Lodge between 1840 and 1850. It says Sam Houston often stayed here while bear hunting. Apparently they brought this hunting lodge over here. It was moved 6 miles from its original site near the San Jacinto River, now Lake Conroe, and restored in 1987, moved again to 2010 to the grounds right here. So this is a little educational sign. They got a lot of cabins here. We were in the Bear Bend cabin, as you can see on the bottom. There's also another cabin, the Garrett cabin, which was around 1840. And there's a Robert Ferris cabin around 1840s as well. They were all brought here and put on exhibit for people to see and enjoy. Here's another exhibit here. It's called the Houston Farm. They have an old fashioned house. They got a lot of people there, but it's a National Historical Landmark, the Woodland Home. It was a home that was owned by Sam Houston and his family on the property from 1847 to 1858 while he was a state senator representing Texas. There's also a small building that was his law office. It was kind of a log cabin. It's moved here, and also there was another building called Eliza's Kitchen, and I guess that's where a lot of the cooking was done. So let's walk up here. I can't, like they got a big tour group of students and that are inside, I guess, going through a tour, but I'm going to walk around. Apparently they have a garden where they grow stuff here like they did in the past. So I'm going to go over there and maybe come back this way or this way after this group has left. Here's we call maybe a log cabin. Got some nice flowers here growing. There's another building over here, which I think was where they did the cooking over here. I hear some noise going on, so let's walk over there. called Eliza's Kitchen.
And we can turn those knobs on, and we either have a gas flame come up or we have electric coils underneath. In this case, I have a Dutch oven sitting right here, and I shoveled hot coals on the bottom on the hearth area and created my own burner. And I have a Dutch oven sitting on top.
Well, here, that was crowded over there with the kitchen, so I didn't want to kind of interfere. But here they have a garden where they grow actual produce and vegetables and stuff, as you can see. And people come out here and tend to the garden, tend to the garden. It's November now, so we're probably at the end of most of the growing season here in Texas. So winter's gonna be coming soon. But I'm gonna walk over here. There's some other older looking buildings, and then over here there's what we call the duck pond. So that's some of the old homes or old home sites and old buildings and structures they have here. I'm going to walk over here and show you the duck pond. It's a pond. They usually have a lot of ducks, hence the name Duck Pond. And I need to try to get across this creek, or this crick as we say. But let me go over there. I found the way to the duck pond. Let's cross over this bridge over the creek. We call this, we say a creek, but sometimes in Texanism they say a crick. It's a crick, but it's really a creek. But over here, as you can see, there's going to be a lot of ducks walking around here. And here they got a lot of, we call black-bellied whistling ducks. So taking off, flying into the pond as I walk over here. This is kind of a nice, relaxing area to come and maybe eat your lunch and just relax for a little while. I've come here and taken some pictures too of ducks flying around. So it's a very interesting area. They got some trees over here, which is a very interesting root structure. I'm not sure what you call that. See if I can. Well, that was an unexpected treat, I could say, an unexpected treat. I wasn't expecting that. I was just coming down here to take some video of the photographs. Decided to walk over here to the museum grounds, and they just happened to have some special event going on with demonstrations. So that was a plus, and hope you enjoyed that. Made the video maybe more worthwhile, something you probably haven't seen before. But it's somewhat common here in Texas, where they have a lot of historical buildings, and like to talk about the history of Texas. For right now, thanks for watching, and watch what's... Well, I hope you liked that video, the tour of the Sam Houston Memorial Museum grounds. You saw something that you haven't seen before, learned a little something more about Texas and the city here where I live. It was interesting for you. Hey, let me know in the comments. Say, what did you think about that? Do they have old buildings like that where you lived that can talk about and show the history from the past, how people lived in the 1800s? Hey, let me know. All right, I think that'll do it. Time to cut this video short now. Hey, you know what you can do for me? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends about it. Okay, well, thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.